It's a gay Hawaiian party lasting all week through. A happy island party just for me and you. Take a lot of sweet romancing, mix it with the moonlit sea. Add a little hula dancing, and you got a little notion what a party can be. There's a royal welcome waiting where the skies are blue. So join the celebrating, that's the thing to do. You gotta see Hawaii in Aloha Week, so make your reservations right away. For every little smarty's heading for the party today. It's a gay Hawaiian party lasting all week through. A happy island party just for me and you. I take a lot of sweet romancing, mix it with the moonlit sea. Add a little hula dancing, and you've got a little notion what a party can be. There's a royal welcome waiting where the skies are blue. So join the celebrating, that's the thing to do. You gotta see Hawaii in Aloha Week, so make your reservations right away. For every little smarty's heading for the party today. Beyond the reef, where the sea is dark and cold, my love has gone, and our dreams grow old. There'll be no tears, there'll be no regretting. Will she remember me? Will she forget? I'll send 1,000 flowers where the trade winds blow. I'll send my lonely heart, for I love her so. Someday I know she'll come back again to me. Till then my heart will be beyond the reef. I'll send 1,000 flowers where the trade winds blow. I'll send my lonely heart, for I love her so. Someday I know she'll come back again to me. Till then my heart will be beyond the reef. Insensitive I must have seemed when she told me that she loved me. How unmoved and cold I must have seemed when she told me so sincerely. Why, she must have asked, did I just turn and stare in icy silence? What was I to do? What can you do when a love affair is over? She's gone away, and I'm alone with the memory of her last look. Vague and drawn and sad, I see it still, all the heartbreak in that last look. How she must have asked, could I just turn and stare in icy silence? What was I to say? What can you say when a love affair is over? All right. Let's, while Pierre's barking out there, let's take a moment. I'm going to leave these on, actually, and talk some skateboarding stuff. Maybe whoever is out there will go away, because Pierre's obviously very scary. Let's talk about some things related to my trip to Germany and England, the UK, in 1986. I'm really going to concentrate mostly on the stuff from England. But while I was looking for some things from the UK trip, because it was my only chance to go to the UK in 1986. I have not been back since, but I hope to go back at some point. But before we go over to England, I found my trophies from the 1986 Munster Mastership. The vert contest, here we go, held on the 18th of May in 1986. Here we are, 12th place. The photo that they have on there, which of course is some form of a judo air, I know, there's always an argument. This is an anti-judo air or frigid air, but in the UK they call it the other way around. They call this a judo. But anyway, I'm not going to go there because it starts a ridiculous argument about who did this and who called it that and blah, 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 and refer to Animal Chin video and anyway. So yes, so this photo, as you can see, is really dark because this was actually taken from the evening before, which was sort of not really qualifications. It seemed like it was more of a demo. But so I had just gotten in a couple days before, the day before, and then I actually I stayed with my good friend Klaus Grabke, inventor of the finger flip lean to tail, also known as the Klaus to tail, which I refer to it as Klaus to tail, and a favorite of many people then and now. Lizzie Armanto does them, Nora Vasconcelos does them, and of course Mr. Lance Mountain brought them to the States after seeing Klaus do it. So anyway, 12th place. I tell you this because, so I got there, and I know I'm sidetracked already. Klaus picked me up in Amsterdam, took me to his house, we stayed at his house, and then he drove me to Munster for the contest, and where I stayed with the Swedes. I stayed with Tony Jansson and Hans Puttes Jakobsen. Thanks you guys for putting me up there. Funny little thing about that was, and this, keep in mind, this is before I had really long hair. And so the woman at the hotel is talking to Tony Jansson and Hans Jakobsen, and they point at me and they say something, and both of them start laughing because I can't speak German, but they could. And Hans says, Hans Jakobsen says, the woman at the hotel wants to know if the girl is staying with you. And she thought I was a girl. It's happened much of my life. Quite emasculating, but I've gotten used to it. With the long hair, I could definitely see that. But yeah, thought that was very funny. And Tony Jansson and Hans Jakobsen and myself still laugh about that. Yeah. Where's the girl staying? But anyway, so the night before, we had a big demo-ish qualifications, and they put me in. I think they just put me in the finals because I was the visiting pro. But I got 12th place. The reason being is that the next day, my very first bout with jet lag hit me. And keep in mind, this is my first trip to Europe and overseas. So I was not prepared for the jet lag. I could barely stand, and I was falling asleep on my feet. I was just kind of out of it, and really, I could not ride a skateboard. And so they let me just kind of not enter the contest. I know I apologize to anyone who might have been there at the contest as a cop-out. I should have just skated horribly and got 12th place. Instead, they let me just not skate, and in a gesture of solidarity, Klaus Grabke did not skate as well. So I think Klaus got 11th and I got 12th. Nicky Guerrero, fabulous skater from Denmark, won the contest rightfully so. Nikki is still pretty amazing. But anyway, so 12th place. I got that. But the next day, I entered the street style contest, which, if I'm not mistaken, this was the very first street event that they had in Munster. Uh-oh. Bobby Andrews, you'll have to... Sorry about that. My nephew calling me in the middle of that. Sorry. Paused. So, yes, here we go. Street contest, the very first street contest, I believe, in Germany. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But anyway, so I got first place. Well, even though it says the same day. I don't remember it being the same day. Maybe I was so out of it. But anyway, so I got that, and I won a snowboard, which I had to cart around for another 2 weeks. But yes, so here's my trophy from the Munster Mastership Street Contest, first place. And I don't know. I think they just felt sorry for me. Coming all the way over there, being the representative for Powell Peralta. Yeah, I think they kind of just, oh yeah, give it to the American guy. Did I jump on a car? Did I jump a car? I didn't jump a car, but I did jump off this really horrible incline thing. That was basically, it was like a kick turn ramp that was probably built in the 70s, and literally was just like angle with no transition. But it was about 5 feet high, maybe? Yeah, maybe 4.5 feet high, or whatever that maybe it was not quite a meter high. That's how, yeah, or maybe it was only a meter high. But anyway, so I started jumping off the end of that, and actually there's some footage somewhere on the YouTubes of me doing that with a bunch of guys and landing horribly and both hands on the ground and blah blah blah. But yeah, they gave me the first place for whatever. Yes, incline thing. Yes, I call it an incline thing because it was literally like that. And I wonder why my back and knees and ankles hurt. I don't know. So anyway, let's move on. I've talked a lot about Germany, so I won't dwell too much because I want to talk about England. So after the week in Germany, Powell arranged for me to go to England just to basically visit their distributor and meet those guys and meet some guys from the magazines and whatnot. A gentleman by the name of Tim Leighton Boyce. I don't know. I have a feeling that he's no longer with us, unfortunately. But Tim Leighton Boyce kind of took care of me. But Davy Curry, BMXer, actually took me in, and I think much to the chagrin of Powell, because they had already booked my hotel room, but Davy didn't want to have to drive into downtown London to pick me up every day. And he said, well, why don't you just stay at my house? And I thought, that's great. I'd rather just stay at your house anyway. So I went in there and I said, hey, I'm supposed to stay here. And I told them I'm not going to be here, so we can cancel that. That, I should have told Powell I was doing that. But anyway, so a couple of things Tim Leighton Boyce sent me that I found. Let's see here. So there was a lot of BMX connections. So this one, BMX Action Bike magazine. I got Demain Man. Yeah, I hear that a lot still. And what did I get in here? Did I get a little argument, article? Sorry, argument. Somewhere in here. Maybe. Must be somewhere in here. I know I should have marked it. Oh, yes. So here we go. Demain. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow at the infamous South Bank. Very famous skate spot in London, in England. Who is Adrian Demain? Why do people talk about him? Why was he imported in the UK? Why do most UK skaters reckon he was the raddest thing they've seen all year? I don't believe that. I think that there was much more radness going on before I got there. I was just the new guy. So I got a nice little interview. And this photo has been circulating on the internet. Me at South Bank there, riding the wall. And I thought I was being really Tommy Guerrero with that. You know, I thought it was super cool. And then they were telling me that Jeremy Henderson did a rock and roll the fakie. And again, there's no transition from the wall to the bank. But yeah, so I thought it was all hot stuff, and then I heard about what everybody else was doing there, and I was like, oh, well, anyway. But, and then here is a little sequence on the Farnborough ramp. We'll do the sequence like that. And there was sort of like, in the middle of there was like a low section, and then there was 2 extensions on the end, and my thing was like, oh, I'm gonna air from extension to extension. Treating it like a big 8-foot wide channel, but it was pretty horrible. I landed pretty low on the bottom, but it looks good. It looks impressive. Oh, so on that note, I have a picture that I took. I took a picture of the ramp there. There's the legendary Farnborough ramp, and you can see the guy standing on one of the extensions there, and then over here was the other small extension. So I don't know who's in the picture. So I'm going to hold it up, and hopefully somebody will know. But I believe Sean Goff was here this day, but I don't know. Oh, and there's another little picture I found. This was some brick banks on the way to Kensington Market that Dave Curry knew about. And we went there a couple of times because that was really fun, and we didn't get thrown out. So, yes, very, very fun. Thank you, Dave Curry, for taking me over. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Everybody's calling me. I hope that doesn't mean something. But, okay. Well, I will have to get back to them. So, yes, somewhere in downtown London. Brickbanks, somewhere. Oh, yeah. Here, yeah, I thought it was really cool. Here I am at the Farnborough ramp in my bowler hat, and my John Lennon glasses, and my raincoat. Yeah, I was never cool. So, yeah, and then so here I got another little BMX magazine. There was a little thing somewhere right here, I think right toward the beginning, maybe. Yes. Oh! Oh gosh. Here we go. Save our South Bank. And there I am. South Bank, London. And then I got another little article, photos by the one and only Dobie Campbell, Captain Dobie. Hey Lance, I'm sharing some stuff about my one trip to the UK. So here we go. Nice little interview in Edge magazine. And photos and interview by none other than Captain Dobie. Here I am at Crystal Palace. Really fun photos by Captain Dobie. Here, hey Lance, here look. Here's me doing an indie air pretending I'm Lance Mountain. But yes, so I have some things here I'm pretty excited about. And here's another trick that people argue about, which I just call the backside Japan air, but people call it mosquito, and then eventually people started calling it a crooked cop. But whatever, I was just trying to be Neil Blunder. So, yeah. All right. So before I wrap that up, Tim Layton Boyce sent me a photocopy. I don't know if it was a newspaper or a magazine. But whatever magazine it came from, apparently it sold out, so he couldn't send me the full magazine. But he sent me a photocopy of this. Me doing an ollie. I know at some point I could do a flat ground ollie. And that's actually not that bad. So now I will stare at this and relearn how to do the flat ground ollie. Because I even explained how to do it. Now, so I know. I thought I couldn't do a flat ground ollie, but apparently I could at one point. So there we have it. My trip to the UK. Oh, and I've talked about this before. Here's the board I was riding there. And there is a little skateboard show and tell video of talking about this board and all that. So anyway, yeah, still have the board. Found the magazines. Pretty excited about that. Time after time, I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you. So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. Kept my love so young, so new, and time after time you'll hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you. I only know what I know. The passing years will show. You've kept my love so young, so new, and time after time you'll hear me say so lucky to be loving you. When I was young, younger than before, never saw the truth hanging from the door. Now I'm older, see it face to face. Now I'm older, gotta get up, clean the place. And I was green, greener than the hill, where flowers grew and sun shone still. Now I'm darker than the deepest sea. Just hand me down, give me a place to be. I was strong, strong in the sun. Thought I'd see when day was done. Now I'm weaker than the palest blue. Oh, so weak in this deep